Hi everyone, Jessica here. I'm going to bring you another Vinyasa flow. As always, if you have props, please use them. Otherwise, we're going to get started off in child's pose. So with the palms down, walk the knees back. They can come together. They can come as wide as the hips or maybe as wide as the mat. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Big toes come together to touch. And then we'll just press the hips back towards the heels, sinking the forehead towards the earth. Just finding a few moments, a few breaths to slow everything down. Eventually closing the eyes. We're just starting to connect with the inhales and the exhales. So we want to slow down, we want to lengthen. And then taking the breath in and out through just the nose. Finding a little more steady, a little more smooth breath. Just using this as your guide, using it to take you from posture to posture. Noticing anywhere in your practice, if you lose that breath, you can come right back here into this child's pose anytime that you need it. Keeping the focus in the present moment, letting go of any distractions that are taking place outside of your mat. Trying to hold on to this time in your sacred space, getting the most out of your practice. If it's in your practice to set an intention, take a moment today and find that intention. Maybe even dedicating your practice to someone that needs some extra love. Once you have that dedication, that intention, hold on to it as you pull the breath in through the nose. Take a slow inhale, down through the throat into the chest, filling up through the low belly. Once you find the top of the inhale, hold the breath. Maybe take in another tiny sip of air. On the exhale, part the lips and sigh it out. Letting the hips sink a little bit deeper towards the heels. Allowing the breath to return back to normal. And then just blinking the eyes open. Lifting the forehead about 1 inch away from the mat. Spidering up onto the finger pads so the palms are lifted. Gaze is down, fingertips walk a little bit further towards the top of the mat to lengthen. Deep breath in. On the exhale, fingertips will walk towards the right. So off the right side of the mat, hips stay towards the heels. Forehead can lower down. Maybe the left temple comes to the mat. Finding that steady breath into the left side, opening up from the hip through the left pinky. Shoulders are level. Last breath. And then we'll lift the forehead, slowly reset back through center and all the way over to the left. Taking it slow here. So again, the hips are back towards the heels. Right side body lengthens. Forehead or the right temple can find the earth. Maybe walk the right fingertips a little bit farther past the left. Opening up the space between the ribs, underneath the arm. Just sink it a little bit deeper on the exhale. Starting to release, forehead lifts, arms walk back through center. Once you're square, plant the palms and shift it forward, find your tabletop. Good, adjusting the knees so they're underneath the hips. Fingertips are spread wide, palms are planted firmly. On your inhale, start with your cow pose. Belly lowers, spine arches. Chin can stay towards the chest or maybe lift to open up the front of the neck, gaze towards the sky. Exhale, round the back. Press the earth away, chin towards the chest. Navel towards the spine with your breath. Take it how you need it this morning. You can stick with this. You can sway the shoulders towards the hips, right towards the right, left towards the left. Feel free to take barrel rolls with the rib cage. Always exhaling as you round, inhaling as you arch. Just taking a few more breaths, making sure you're moving from side to side if you're taking something on one side. Final inhale and exhale. And then just make your way back into a neutral spine. Gaze is down between the thumbs. On the inhale, right toes will extend towards the back of the room. Try to keep the hips square here. Gaze is down so the back of the neck is long. Take a deep breath in, lengthen farther through the right toes. On the exhale, pull the right knee in towards the chest, round the back. Maybe try to tap the nose with the knee. Inhale, re-extend, right leg long. Exhale, open the hip and pull the right knee towards the right shoulder. Really squeeze the right oblique here. Inhale, re-lengthen through the right leg, square the hips. Exhale, right knee crosses under. We try to tap the left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. This time we're flexing the right toes. So they're facing down towards the earth. The right heel is pressing back. And then we're gonna open this right foot over towards the right. Still pressing out through the heel. Slowly swinging the right leg behind us. We'll ground the toes, drop the heel, and set up for our modified side plank. Make sure you adjust this left knee so it's under the hip. Left toes face behind you. Right arm can reach straight up towards the sky. Right arm can drop overhead. Find some length in the right side body. Make sure the right leg is strong. Right ankle is comfortable. You can adjust so the toes are pointing forward or towards the back. With the core, we'll rise this up, lifting the left palm from the earth, sending the arms towards the sky. So we'll start off with the wrists stacked over the shoulders, and then we'll take the gaze up so we can see the forearms. I want you to cross the right forearm in front of the left. You're catching opposite elbows, opposite forearms, or opposite wrists. So you have a box shape over the head. Left knee is down below the hip. Take an inhale, lift through the shoulders, and then exhale, drop both elbows towards the right. Finding a stretch through the left side body. Maybe gazing towards the sky, maybe shaking the head no. Maybe keeping a neutral gaze. Slowly bring the shoulders back to center, release your grip, send the fingertips high, and then we'll exhale both palms to the top of the mat, meeting back in our tabletop. So adjust the knees so they're back below the hips. One round of your cat-cow. Inhale, belly lowers, chest lifts. Exhale, round. Back to your neutral spine, just switching sides. Palms stay grounded. Left toes lengthen to the back wall. Gaze is down. Left leg is long. Take a deep breath in, lengthen a little bit farther. Exhale, left knee pulls into the chest. Round the back again. Try to tap the nose with the knee. Inhale, the left leg extends. Exhale, open the left hip. Bring the left knee towards the left shoulder. Squeeze through the core. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee crosses under. Maybe you tap the right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Now we'll flex the toes. So the toes face the mat, heel presses back. And then slowly start to swing this left heel towards the left. Still pressing out through the heel. Good, slowly swing it back. Set up for your modified side plank. Left toes come down, spiral the left heel down. Pivot on the right knee so the toes face behind you. Right palm is below the shoulder. Left arm can reach straight up. Or maybe drop the bicep in line with the ear to lengthen the left side. Again, notice how that left ankle feels. Adjust the position of the toes. And then with your inhale, we'll use the core to rise this up. Arms sweep overhead. Wrists are stacked over the shoulders. And then we'll gaze up, gazing at the forearms. This time, left forearm comes in front of the right. Elbows bend, again, catching where you can. Chin comes parallel to the mat. We'll inhale to lift. Exhale, both elbows towards the left. Using that grip on the right arm to deepen the stretch down the right side. And then playing with the gaze. Maybe it lifts. Maybe you bring the chin towards the left shoulder. Finding stillness, squaring the shoulders, releasing whatever grip you took, fingertips towards the sky. And then we'll exhale both palms to the top of the mat, meeting in our tabletop. Good, finding your cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, tuck the toes, make your way into your first downward facing dog. Knees and hips lift. And then just start to pedal through the feet. Warming up however the body needs it today. Head can shake yes and no. Knees can bend a little deeper than the other to lengthen down the back of the opposite leg. Heels can lift and windshield wiper from side to side. Maybe even shift the shoulders forward, sending it back into your down dog. Just warming up, again, how your body needs it. And then we'll find stillness. Heels melt towards the earth. Head relaxes. Eyes are open. We'll all lift the heels high, tiptoeing the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Eventually the heels will ground. Feet can be hip distance, feet can be even wider than hip distance. As you inhale, we'll lengthen, fingertips can find the mat, palms can find the shins. Soft bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Take a few breaths here in your fold. Legs can stay extended as they are. Knees can bend even deeper so the belly is on the thighs. Maybe the palms face the sky to stretch the wrists. Maybe you find that box shape again, catching where you can. Maybe we interlace fingers at the low back, knuckles can press towards the sky, pinkies can fall towards the earth. Maybe you stay still, maybe you sway the shoulders, shake the head yes and no, take a few squats, hips to heels. Keep the steady breath, use it to lengthen the back body. We're stretching from the heels through the base of the neck. As always, making sure if you're doing something on one side, that you make it even before you find stillness. We'll take one final breath. Finding stillness. Let go of any grip, any option you took. We'll re-lengthen again, fingertips to the mat or palms to shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rolling up slowly, weight is in the heels, tailbone tucks. Chin towards the chest, hands are heavy. Massaging the spine as the chest lifts. Eventually we'll work the bend out of the knees. Squeeze the quads. Ground through all four corners of the feet. Finding your mountain pose. Shoulders can lift and then drop back down away from the ears. Neutral gaze. Inhale, arms sweep towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, ground the fingertips, left foot steps all the way back. Good, smudge the toes back, drop the left knee, but keep the toes tucked. We're starting with a half split. So when you're ready, you're gonna extend this right leg straight, so the hips are coming back. You want the left hip stacked over the left knee. Right toes can stay grounded if you wanna stretch through the ankle. Right toes can flex back towards the face if you want a little more length down the backs of the legs. Find what the body needs today. Maybe you use a block, you can lift the chest a little bit higher. Hands can walk in towards the left knee to lift the chest. You can walk the hands past the right foot, folding the torso over the right thigh. Make sure not to hold any tension in the neck. Draw back slightly through the right hip, forward through the left. Good, if you're flexed through the right foot, press forward through the heel. Otherwise, toes are spread and grounded. Final breath here. Slowly make your way forward back into your lunge. So as the right knee bends, the sole of the foot comes flat, left palm plants, right arm reaches towards the sky. Left toes are still tucked. Gaze can follow the right thumb, gaze can drop towards the right knee. And then anytime we come into this twist, you always have options. If having the right arm extended is too much for the shoulder, you can bring the right palm onto the right thigh and just press the thigh away. You can also always bind. Back of the right hand can find the sacrum, palm can find the sacrum. Find what works for your body. From our twist, we're all heel toeing the right foot to the right edge of the mat, so take it slow. Once you find the right edge, right fingertips are coming inside the right foot, and then adjust so you're on the left fingertips as well. Right tricep is hugging in towards the knee, knee is hugging in towards the tricep. Think about a baby lizard here. So again, the back toes are tucked, the chest is lifted, and the hips are as low as you can comfortably get them. Gaze can stay neutral, gaze can lift towards the sky. Maybe it feels best to gaze towards the mat. Keep a tall chest, keep hugging in through that right knee, final breath. And then we're gonna bring this into a kneeling plank. So the left knee is already grounded. You're gonna press to the fingertips, hug the right knee in towards the tricep. And then with the core, you're gonna step this right knee back. So the toes are tucked, palms will plant if you spidered up onto the fingertips. We're gonna take 3 tricep push-ups. So from your kneeling plank, deep breath in. Squeeze the core on the exhale, hug the elbows in towards the ribs, lower down halfway. Inhale, we'll press it up. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, we lift. Exhale, lower. Good, this time keep the hips where they are. Drop the chin in the chest, set up for your caterpillar. And then we'll drop the hips, untuck the toes, roll the shoulders up and back, take a low cobra, squeeze the quads, kneecaps are lifted. Slowly release, press it up and back. Meet me in your downward facing dog. You can always press through table. Whenever you're ready, you can tuck the toes and lift it straight up through your plank. Inhale, right toes reach high. Take a moment, feel free to roll the right ankle. You can bend the knee, open and close the hip. Maybe take circles with the right hip. Try to keep the shoulders square. And then we'll find stillness. Right leg extends. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, pull the right knee towards the chest. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Once the right foot plants, you're going to walk the fingertips forward for balance. Think modified warrior 3. Deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, round the back, pull the left knee in towards the chest. Stamp the left foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. With the core, rise it all the way up to stand. Arms sweep high, palms meet. Exhale, bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Ground the fingertips, right foot steps all the way back. Good, so smudge the toes back. Drop the right knee, we'll keep the right toes tucked. We're setting up first for our half split. So when you're ready, left leg extends. Again, you want this right hip to start over the right knee, right toes stay tucked. And then you decide whether this left foot stays grounded or maybe you lift the toes, flex the foot. Try to do whatever you did on the other side, keeping the balance through the body. Fingertips can frame the left leg. Fingertips can always come onto a block. Chest can lift higher. Chest can fold over the left thigh. Find the breath. Keeping the hips level. This side will draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. Always hugging in and up through the lower belly. Last inhale and exhale. And then we'll take it back into our lunge. So slowly walking the hands forward, rebending the left knee. Once the sole of the foot is flat, right palm comes to the mat, left arm reaches towards the sky, we'll twist. And then decide what you're doing with this left arm. You can keep it extended towards the sky. You can bring the palm onto the thigh to press it away. Maybe that even assists your twist to go a little bit deeper. Left arm can wrap around the back. Palm can find the low back. Back of the hand can find the low back. And staying in your twist, we'll slowly heel toe the left foot to the left edge of the mat. Making space to drop this left hand inside the foot. So again, spider up onto the finger pads. Hug the left knee into the tricep. Same thing, tricep presses into the knee. Hips sink as low as you are comfortable. Chest lifts high. Adjust the gaze to where it feels good. And just breathe here, opening up through the hips. One final breath. We're going back into our kneeling plank. So again, right toe should be tucked. Hug the left knee in towards the tricep. Plant the palms flat and then bring this left knee back. Tuck the left toes. Gaze is down, kneeling plank back into our tricep push-up. So take your inhale. Exhale, elbows bend. Again, press it up. Exhale, bring it down. Last one, inhale. On the exhale, lower down halfway, hold. This is your chaturanga. Good, finding your cobra, release the hips to the earth, untuck the toes, roll the shoulders back. Maybe take it slightly higher, gaze can lift. Slowly release. Downward facing dog, your way, plank or tabletop. Next inhale, left toes will lift. Maybe roll the ankle, maybe point and flex the foot. Maybe you bend the knee, open and close the hip. Again, take what your body needs today. And then we'll come to stillness, left toes reach high, deep breath in. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, the left foot steps through between the hands. Walk the fingertips forward for balance, modified warrior 3. Long spine, long right leg, take a deep breath in. Exhale, right knee pulls in, step the right foot beside the left, fold the torso over the thighs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise it to stand, arms sweep high, press through the heels, palms meet. Bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Again, inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back, lengthen. Plant the palms, step the right foot back, then the left. Find your plank and hold. Gaze is down. Crown of the head reaches forward, heels are pressing back, always a strong core. Lower ribs pull towards the hips. Good, you can stay in your plank. You can take your vinyasa. We will meet in downward facing dog. Knees can lower anytime. Always remembering your options to add in your push-ups. Meeting with the hips lifted. We'll take a full breath. Inhale, the right toes high. On your exhale, right knee, right shoulder. Think of how we were in tabletop. We're opening the hip, squeezing the oblique. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. Good, still dropping the back knee. From here, left palm will plant, right arm reaches towards the sky. Left toes can stay tucked, left toes can find the mat, whatever feels best for the ankle. And then for this round, if you want to take it a little deeper, maybe work towards a quad stretch. So this left knee bends, toes will reach towards the sky, right hand sweeps back. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to catch the foot if you send the hips back, and then you can always hold the foot and then walk the left hand forward, sinking the hips. If that's not available, keep holding on to your twist. Same options as before, palm can plant, you can bind, right arm around the back. If you have a hold of the left foot, you're stretching the quad, also stretching this right shoulder. Maybe kicking the foot a little bit deeper into that right hand. Adjusting the gaze to where it works. And then if you have a hold of the left foot, carefully release it. We'll all tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, send the right arm towards the sky. Just lifting our twist a little bit higher. If you ever want to take your twist deeper, left hand can walk out from below the shoulder. Hips can drop a little bit lower. Maybe the right shoulder rolls open. If you took the left palm out from below the shoulder, realign it. We're gonna move into a side stretch for the left side body. So you're gonna start to heel toe this right foot halfway back the mat, maybe not quite as far as halfway back. You're rolling to the outer edge of the left foot. So the pinky toe side of the left foot is down, foot is flexed, and then you're dropping the hips down. Good, so the left hip is towards the earth. Right hand reaches towards the back wall, gaze can follow the right thumb. Breathing here. Meeting in a wide-legged forward fold. So we're gonna lift the hips, press through both feet, drop the right hand, and then pivot all 10 toes to the left. Adjust the stance here as you need to. Toes are coming in closer than the heels. Press through the outer edges of the feet. Fingertips will start below the shoulders. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna find a wide-legged down dog. So you're simply walking the hands out. So think your downward facing dog with the upper body, but wide-legged fold with the feet. Maybe the hands come wider than the shoulders. Maybe the chest dips a little bit lower than you would in your traditional down dog. Always relaxing the neck. One last breath. And then slowly start to walk the hands in, lifting the chest. Option to bring the hands onto the hips. Option to bring the arms out to a T, wherever you are. Squeeze the quads, squeeze the core. Your inhale will rise this up to stand. Good, once the arms are at a T, turn the right toes to face towards the top of the mat. Bring the arms overhead. And then you're just gonna pivot into a high lunge. So roll onto the left toes and then turn the torso to face the front of the mat. Left heel is lifted, right knee is bent, knee is over the ankle. Gaze is forward past the tip of the nose. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, take the palms, frame the right foot, take your vinyasa. You can step the right foot back to meet the left. You can keep it lifted, flowing how you choose. Always using the breath to guide the movement. Switching it over to the left side. Inhale, left toes reach high. On the exhale, think how we were in tabletop. Left knee is coming towards the left shoulder. Squeeze the oblique. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, step the left foot through between the hands, dropping into our low lunge. Right knee releases to the mat. Right palm finds the mat below the shoulder. Left arm reaches towards the sky. Good, so you can stay here. If you took that quad stretch on the other side, this time the right knee bends. So you're pointing the right toes towards the sky, sending the left hand back, maybe catching the pinky toe side of the foot, maybe shifting the hips back to catch the bind. If the bind is not available, you have plenty of options. Palm to thigh, fingertips to sky, left hand to the low back. Good, adjust where you need to here. If this is ever too much pressure in the right wrist, you can walk the right hand forward so it's not directly below the shoulder. Breathing into wherever you are. Sinking the hips low, lifting the chest. If you took the bind, slowly start to release. We'll all tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, power up the leg, and then send the left arm towards the sky. Good, so we're back in our twist. Option to stay, option to take it deeper. Right hand can walk out from below the shoulder, left shoulder can roll open. Maybe the hip sinks slightly deeper. Good, realigning if you took the right palm out from below the shoulder. We're setting up for that side stretch. We're opening up the IT band. So you're rolling to the pinky toe side of the right foot. Heel toeing this left foot back far enough so that you can comfortably drop the right hip towards the mat. Left toes are facing away from you. Left fingertips will reach towards the back of the room, and you're pressing through the right palm. Slowly lifting up, using the feet here. So press to the feet to lift the hips back into your wide-legged stance. Adjusting what you need to here. And then this time we're going to pull the heels in closer than the toes, and then bend the knees. Take a moment with the knees bent. Make sure the knees are over the ankles and the knees are tracking towards the direction of the toes. Palms are coming to the inner thighs. You're going to bring the palms just inside the knees and then press the knees back to lift the chest. Good, so try to keep the hips low and then press the knees back even farther. Maybe extend the arms. Good, so take a deep breath in, lift the chest a little bit higher. On your exhale, press the right knee back, send the left shoulder towards the back, and then gaze over the left shoulder. Good, so right shoulder comes slightly forward, twisting towards the left, and then we'll inhale, start to unwind, and then exhale, switch. Right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Slowly bring it back to center. Press through the heels, rise it all the way up. Fingertips will reach towards the sky. Adjust the right toes. Turn the left toes to face towards the top of the mat. And then as you bend the left knee, just roll onto the right toes, finding your high lunge. Maybe widen the stance, sink the hips even deeper. Right heel is pressing back, left knee is stacked over the ankle. Shoulders relax. Energy extends through the fingertips. One more deep breath in. Exhale, plant the palms. Take your vinyasa, your way back to your downward facing dog. Remember, you always have the option to take child's pose instead of your downward facing dog. Full breath where you are. From your child's pose, make sure you make your way back to downward facing dog. We'll walk the big toes to touch. Lift the heels, bend the knees. You can jump, you can step, you can walk the feet to the top of the mat. Your way. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Strong core. Inhale will rise us all the way up to stand, palms meet. Exhale, bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Release the arms by the sides. Take a full breath in and out through the nose. And then from here, we'll start with the feet hip distance. Arms are going to reach up and overhead. You're gazing up just as we did in that gate pose. So you're going to take the forearm slightly forward. Right forearm comes in front of the left. Elbows bend. So if catching the opposite elbows is not available, take your forearm or your wrist. Good. So take an inhale, stand tall, relax the shoulders, and then slowly press the elbows towards the right. So really ground through the feet, especially the outer edge of the left foot. Feel the stretch down the left side body. Strong core. Slowly come back to center. Keep the bend in the elbows, but just let the grip go. When you're ready, take your cactus. Shoulders can stay right over the hips. If you want a slight back bend, hips can press forward. Chest and heart will open, gaze can lift. Strong quads. Inhale, we realign. Fingertips reach towards the sky. Right foot is staying where it is, left foot is stepping back. You're moving into a high lunge. Good, so take your time to find the lunge. Deep bend through the right knee as always. Soft gaze past the tip of the nose. Take a deep breath in. We're going to find a 45-degree angle with the body. So you're hinging forward. Gaze can lower down. Good. If this is too much for the shoulders with the arms extended, plenty of options. Hands can drop. Fingers can interlace at the low back. Hands can find the hips. Palms can stack on this right thigh. Good. Back of the neck is long. If the arms are overhead, you should start to feel it in the shoulders. Slow, steady breath. We're going to set up for our half moon. So this left hand will come onto the left hip. Right fingertips are on the mat or your block. You're shifting the weight into the right foot, rotating the body open to eventually stack left side over right. So shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Left hand can stay on the hip. Left fingertips can extend to the sky. As always, plenty of options. Left leg can stay extended. If you want the bind, left knee bends, you can catch the foot. If you want to work the balance, you can lift the right hand away from the mat or the block. You can send the fingertips forward. You can bring the right palm onto the shin. Good, breathing where you are. Strong right quad, slight bend through the knee. Last breath. If you took any options, let them go. Gaze lowers. Deep bend in the right knee. We're stepping back to extended side angle. So think warrior two with the feet. Right forearm comes onto the right thigh. Left arm can either reach straight up or you can drop the bicep in line with the left ear. Gaze can lift towards the sky. If you're extending this left arm overhead, try to spiral the pinky to face down and pull the left shoulder back into its socket. Maybe deepen the bend in the right knee. Maybe take a half bind, left arm around the lower back. You can always bring this right hand down to the mat, inside or outside the foot, on or off your block. If you want to work the full bind, right arm comes underneath the right thigh. Right elbow presses the knee back, left shoulder stacks over the right. This is your practice. This is your time. If you want to take it even deeper and Bird of Paradise is in your practice, please take it. Otherwise, keep pressing the right knee back, opening and strengthening through the inner thigh. Squeezing the left quad. If you took an option, slowly start to let it go. And then we'll all take the gaze down. Both hands are dropping. We're inside the right foot. So once the hands come down, lift the back heel. If you have a block, maybe just set it off to the side. Right foot, heel, toes to the right edge of the mat. And maybe take a few moments shifting the weight forward and back. Bending and extending this right leg. Maybe keeping the toes grounded. Maybe bringing them back towards the face as the leg extends. And just eventually come back into your lizard lunge. Right toes are facing forward to start. Swim the left toes back as far as you comfortably can and then drop the left knee. Untuck the left toes. Good, so this is one option. You can always bring a block underneath the hands if this helps. If you want to take the chest down a little bit lower, you're going to drop the forearms down one at a time. So right elbow, left elbow. Right toes can stay facing forward. Right toes can turn out, and then maybe you roll to the outer edge of the foot. If you lift the big toe side of the right foot, make sure the foot is flexed. So maybe this right knee drops open. Good, always have the option to walk the hands forward, take some pressure off of the wrists. Both palms, both elbows can stay down. If you want to come back into that quad stretch, the left elbow or palm is staying where it is. Maybe just start with a twist, bringing the right palm to the right inner thigh. Gentle pressure will send the knee back. Gaze can lift, always keeping the length in the spine. If you want the quad stretch, left knee bends, toes point straight up, right hand reaches back, maybe you catch the foot. Making sure the shoulders aren't dumping up in towards the ears, press down through the palm or the elbow, drop the shoulders. Last breath. If you have the left foot, carefully release it. Both palms will come down to the mat. We're inside the right foot. If you rolled to the outer edge of the right foot, make sure to replant. Hug the knee in towards the tricep. Tuck the left toes. Now we'll lift the left knee. Think of how we did in our first kneeling plank. You're going to step this back into a full plank. So press through the palms, engage through the core, and carefully bring the right foot back. Gaze is down, breath is steady. You can hold it, you can flow it. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. From your down dog, big toes will meet. Heels lift, knees bend. You can jump, step, or walk the feet all the way forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Squeeze the core, rise it all the way to stand, palms meet. Exhale, bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Release the arms by the sides. Again, feet are starting hip distance. On your inhale, arms will sweep to the sky. Fingertips are reaching up. Take the arms forward so you can see the forearms. Left forearm comes in front of the right. Elbows bend, catching where you can. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Squeeze the quads, inhale. Exhale, the elbows to the left. Good, so really ground to the pinky toe side of the right foot. Spreading the toes. Adjusting the gaze to where it works for your neck. Slowly bringing this back to center, shoulders over the hips. Keep the bend in the elbows. You're just going to release your grip, taking the arms out to a cactus. Again, you choose if you stay just like this. Maybe the hips press forward, shoulders back, chest and heart open. Inhale, realign, fingertips reach up, wrists stay stacked over the shoulders, left foot stays grounded. You're just stepping back into a lunge. Good, so adjust the feet, maybe inch the right toes back, sink the hips. Feel the opening through this right hip flexor. This should feel good after we just did that lizard lunge. Squeeze the right quad. Relax the shoulders, find the breath. Good, so stay here as you inhale. We're just hinging forward slightly. So find a 45-degree angle with the shoulders and this right leg. Good, gaze can lower slightly, arms can stay extended for a challenge. If you want a little bit less, hands can drop down. They can catch the waist, they can stay in line with the hips, palms can stack on the left thigh. Good, keep the shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. Keep squeezing through the core, so really holding that in to help. Good, final breath. Right hand comes onto the right hip. We're moving to half moon. So left hand is coming onto the earth, or maybe grab your block. You're coming diagonal from the left toes, rolling the body open. So you're facing the right side of the room. Right side of the body is eventually stacking over the left. Strong right leg, flex in the foot, heel presses back. Good, gaze where you need to here to help with the balance. You can stay here. You can bend the right knee, catch the foot. Left fingertips can reach forward, left thumb can find the sternum, left palm can rest gently on the left shin. Make sure not to compromise the breath. Finish up one more. If you took an option, slowly start to release it. Gaze down for balance, deep bend in the left knee. You're stepping back to your extended side angle. So think warrior two with the lower body. Left forearm comes onto the left thigh. Right arm can reach straight up overhead. Right bicep can come in line with the ear. So you're gonna roll this right shoulder back. Whatever option you are taking in this pose, you have the same alignment as you did in your half moon. So if you're trying to work the bind and the right shoulder dips down, slowly back out of that. You wanna draw the right shoulder back. Good, elbow can stay on the knee, palm can lower down, right arm can wrap, maybe you take your half bind. If the full bind is in the practice, left arm wraps underneath the left thigh, maybe you clasp the fingers. If you took your bird of paradise on the other side, make sure you give it a shot here as well. If you're keeping the feet on the earth, feel the pinky toe side of the right foot grounding to the back of the mat. Maybe even think of lifting the inner arch. Last breath here. Slowly drop the gaze, let go of your options. Fingertips will find the mat. We're inside the left foot. We're coming back into that lizard lunge. So once the fingertips are on the mat, lift the right heel. And then from here, heel toe the left foot all the way to the left edge of the mat, taking a few rocks forward and back. And just eventually pausing with that left knee bent, swim the right toes back as far as you can to drop the right knee and the top of the right foot. Chest can stay lifted. Palms can stay on the mat. Palms or fingertips can find your block. Good, elbows can drop down one at a time. Left toes can stay forward, left toes can turn towards the angle to the left, or maybe roll to the outer edge of the foot. Again, if you're taking that option, rolling to the pinky toe side of the foot, make sure you're flexing the foot. You're protecting the ankle, you're protecting the knee as well as the hip. Chest can stay square. If you want to work towards that quad stretch for the right quad, you're going to start with a twist. So this right elbow or the right palm is staying grounded. You're going to press the mat away to roll the left shoulder back. Left palm comes to the left inner thigh. Gentle pressure presses the left knee open. And then if you want that quad stretch, right knee bends, toes point towards the sky, left hand sweeps back to catch the foot. Breathing here. Again, try to keep the chest lifted. Final breath. If you have the right foot, carefully release it. Bring the palms to the mat one at a time. Ground the sole of the left foot, tuck the right toes. Adjust the left toes so they're pointing forward, hug the knee in towards the tricep, power up through the arms. Lift the right knee, squeeze through the right quad, and then you're gonna engage the core to send this left foot back. Left toes are in the mat, both heels are pressing back. Good, take a deep breath in. This time on the exhale, we're gonna lower all the way down onto the belly. Good, once the belly finds the mat, untuck the toes, palms will stay below the shoulders, shoulders roll up and back, elbows stay hugging in towards the ribs. We're just starting off with our low cobra. So tops of the feet are pressing down, quads are strong. As you inhale, slowly lift the chest. Heart and gaze lift. Exhale, slowly release. With the breath, 2 more times. Inhale, slowly roll it up. Elbows stay in. Exhale, slowly wave the spine down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release. Good, tuck the toes. You can press it up through table or your plank. Meet in downward facing dog. Maybe flow it through your vinyasa. Good, use the breath. Once the hips lift, walk the big toes to touch, lift the heels. Jump, step, or walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise it up to stand, palms meet. Exhale, bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Release the arms, take one full breath here. We're moving through one final flow. So when you're ready, use the inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest halfway, lengthen. You can flow your own way or I'll guide you. Meet in down dog. Palms plant, left foot steps back and then the right. You can hold your plank. You can shift the shoulders past the wrists and then send them back. You can take your chaturanga. Maybe you took your handstand hops. Gracefully making your way back to your downward facing dog. This inhale will reach the right toes high. Exhale, cross the right knee under to the left elbow. You can stay, you can tap the knee, you can extend the leg, opening up into your fallen triangle. Slowly making your way back into your three-legged down dog. Left palm plants, left toes in the mat, right toes to the sky. Exhale, the right foot steps through between the hands, back into your high lunge. Ground through the right foot, left toes are in the mat, fingertips reach towards the sky. Drop the hips, take a deep breath in. This time we're moving to warrior three, so you're still hinging forward, but you're gonna press off the left toes, maybe sweep the hands down and back. You can still take the option to have the arms overhead. Gaze lowers down. You can also take the hands onto the mat or your block. Strong right leg. Solid base through the right foot, so make sure the toes are spread. Slight bend in the right knee. Hips are square. Gaze is down, breath is steady. Press back through the left heel. So we're opening up to revolved half moon this time. So the left hand is gonna lower, right hand starts on the hip. You're gonna drop the hand down again, maybe you're on a block. Hips stay exactly as they are. Right hand can start to roll, right elbow can start to roll back. Chest will eventually open towards the right. Right hand can reach towards the sky. Keep the energy through both legs. You're squeezing through the inner thighs, really zipping up to the midline of the body. Feel free to bind here as well. Left knee can bend. Same idea as we were in that lizard lunge. If you took the quad stretch, roll the right shoulder back. Keep a long spine. If you have the left foot, carefully release it. Gaze lowers. Deep bend in the right knee. Step this back. Find the lunge with the legs and then gain the balance to lift the chest. You're in a twisted lunge. Good. If this is ever too much for the shoulders, you're simply dropping the hands down. So the left hand is on the right leg, right hand is on the left. If you want to reverse, right hand stays where it is, left arm lifts. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, left palm is coming inside the right foot. We're going to start off with that side stretch. So you're going to roll to the outer edge of the left foot, heel toe the right foot back far enough so you can drop the left hip towards the mat. Right fingertips reach back, gaze follows. This time we're moving into side plank. So you're going to lift the hips, squeeze through the quads, and then you can stack the feet right over left. You can stagger the feet. You can drop the left knee down below the hip. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Press through the left palm. Make sure there's no no pressure in the wrist. Playing around if you choose, you can take tree legs. You can lift the right leg away from the left. One last breath. Slowly drop the gaze. Drop the right palm. Find your full plank and then elevate the right toes. So point the toes towards the back wall. Take a deep breath in and then walk the hands to the left toes. You're gonna meet in standing split. Good, so take it slow here. Right toes reach towards the sky. Take a moment to realign, re-lengthen. Fingertips are down, take a deep breath in, lift. And then exhale, fold the torso over the left thigh. Send the right toes towards the sky. Hands can stay where they are. The left forearm can come behind the left calf. Good, maybe right hand finds the left ankle. Relax the neck. If your handstands are in your practice, now's your chance. Good, squeezing through the inner thighs as always. Last breath here. Slowly releasing fingertips to the mat. Take an inhale to lift. Exhale, right knee pulls into the chest. Round the back, we've been here before. Right foot steps down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise all the way to stand, palms meet overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Good, inhale, reach the arms up. Once the palms meet, start to heel toe the feet together, big toes touch. And then we're gonna step forward into our last warrior three on this side. So shift the weight to the left foot, step the right foot to the center of the mat, and then you're hinging from the hips. Option to keep the arms overhead, option to drop the hands, option to reach them back. Fingers can interlace at the low back. Maybe the hands come onto the sacrum to ensure that the lower back is flat, hips are level. Good, squeeze the core, take one more breath. And then we'll all bring the fingertips to the mat. So start off in your modified warrior three. Take an inhale, left heel is in line with the hip. On the exhale, both knees are bending. You're bringing the left knee behind the right, and then bringing the left toes to the right edge of the mat. You're gonna bend the knees deep enough so the belly is on the right thigh. Fingertips can stay here. Hands can sweep back. If you're taking this option, you're hugging the biceps and the triceps in. Pinkies pull in towards one another. If you still want more, weight can shift to just the right foot. Left heel pulls towards the right hip. Good, really squeeze through the inner thighs. If you lifted the left toes, they'll lower. Fingertips come to the mat. We're dropping all the way down into a seated twist. So this left knee drops down to the outside of the right ankle. If this is too much pressure on the left knee, extend the leg, just take the bend out of the knee. Scooting up towards the center of the mat. Good, so where you are, we'll catch the right shin, pull it in close to the chest, sit up tall. Right fingertips come outside the hip. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, cross the left arm over, pressing the right thigh away. Good, using this time to slow down the breathing. Feeling the hips grounding into the earth. As always, you have the option to move into your side crow from your twist. If you have the left leg extended, keep flexing the foot if you're staying in your twist. Good, right shoulder back. Slow, steady breath. If you took your side crow, start to release that. We'll set up to counter twist. So on your inhale, left arm reaches up. Both arms are coming outside of the left hip. This time I want you to keep a lifted chest. So you're just bringing this right palm inside the right foot and then lifting higher through the chest. Left shoulder back. Take the right hand to the right ankle. From here, you're just gonna bring the sole of the right foot inside the left thigh. So if you had the left knee bent, extend the left leg straight. We're setting up for a side stretch here. So you're gonna turn slightly towards the right, maybe adjust the hips. Left heel is pressing forward. On the inhale, both arms will reach up. On the exhale, left fingertips come inside the left knee. Maybe this is where you stay, sending the right arm forward. If you want a little more, left fingertips walk down. Maybe you're inside the shin, maybe you're inside the ankle, or maybe you're inside the foot. Good, finding some sort of contact between the left arm and the left leg. You're using that here as leverage to press the left arm back, draw the right shoulder back. With the core, with the inhale, we'll rise it up. From here, right palm comes behind the right hip. Now we'll point the left toes. You're gonna lift onto the right shin, press the left toes down, sweep the left arm up and overhead. Slowly release the hips to the earth. From here, we'll take the right hand to the right knee. Just extend the right leg to meet the left. Feet are flexed. Maybe remove the flesh from underneath the hips. Strong quads. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Send the tailbone back, send the fingertips forward, catch the feet, the ankles, the shins, whatever's available. Take an inhale first to lengthen. And then exhale, fold. One more breath. Slowly start to release your grip. Walk the hands up the thighs, bending the knees, cross the shins, taking a vinyasa. Meeting me back in your downward facing dog. If you don't want to flow, simply lift the hips from your plank pose. Taking your time, and then we'll move over to the left side. Inhale, we'll reach the left toes high. Exhale, cross the left knee under. Again, you can stay. You can tap the knee. You can extend the leg, moving into your fallen triangle. Lifting the right hip crease towards the sky. Right arm drops up and overhead or reaches towards the ceiling. Slowly starting to release, making your way back into your three-legged down dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps through between the hands. Good, find the balance on the feet. Fingertips reach towards the sky, high lunge. Good, tuck the tailbone. Draw the navel in. One more deep breath in. Remember, we're moving to warrior three. On the exhale, you're hinging forward. Maybe sweeping the hands forward. Maybe grazing the earth as you sweep the fingertips back. Hips are in line. Inner thighs are squeezing together. Crown of the head is forward. Breath is steady. Turn it on. Last one here. And then we'll set up for our revolved half moon. So now the right hand is coming down. You're going to find the mat or the block. Left hand can find the hip. Hips will stay level here. And then you're going to roll the left shoulder back. Maybe let the gaze follow the left arm. Press back through the right heel. Maybe send the left arm up. Maybe you stay. Maybe the right knee bends and you catch the foot with the hand. Good. Try to keep the breath steady here in your twist. Use it to help with the balance. Slow down the inhale and the exhale. Last round. If you have the mind, slowly release. Deep bend in the left knee. We'll step the right foot back. And then when you're ready, lift the right hand away from the block or the mat. Arms can find a T. Palms can release to opposite legs. Maybe the left hand stays down, right arm lifts. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly drop the right hand down to the mat. You're inside the left foot. And then roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Slowly walk this left foot back. Find your side stretch. We're opening up the IT band. Right foot is flexed. And then you're going to power up the hips. Maybe step the left foot back to stagger or stack with the right. Right knee can drop down below the hip. Good, so try to take whatever option you took on the other side. Finding a strong side plank, whatever the body needs today. Final breath where you are. Lower the gaze, lower the left hand, find your plank, and then we'll elevate the left toes. So send them to the back wall. Take a deep breath in. And then walk the hands back towards the right toes. So you're making your way to standing split at the back of the mat. Re-lengthening, take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Slight bend through the right knee. Hands can walk in. Right forearm can come behind the calf. Good. Squeeze the low belly. Pull the inner thighs in towards one another. Relax the neck. You can stay, you can catch the right ankle with the left hand. You can plant the palms, take your handstand hops. You can find a forward fold. Whatever variation you're in, keep hold of the breath. Last round. Letting go of the hands, fingertips to the mat. Deep breath in. On the exhale, left knee to chest, round the back. Stamp the left foot down beside the right. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise it up to stand, palms meet. Exhale, bend the elbows, thumbs to chest. Good, inhale, reach the arms high. When the palms meet, heel toe the feet into touch. Last warrior three, shift the weight to the left foot, take an inhale. Exhale, shift the weight to the right foot, left foot steps forward, and then we'll hinge from the hips. Again, arms can stay overhead, hands can find the mat, hands can sweep back. Hips stay level, squeeze the inner thighs. Last bit of work, take one more inhale. Exhale, slowly drop the fingertips. Take an inhale to lengthen. Both knees will bend, right knee comes behind the left. Right toes find the left edge of the mat, and then start to bend the knees. Belly is now on the left thigh. Hands can stay down, hands can sweep back. Both feet can stay on the mat or just the left. Good, squeeze the inner thighs. Drop the right toes if they lifted, fingertips to the mat, and then we'll slide this down into our twist. Left leg is crossed over the right. If you have too much pressure in the right knee, right leg extends straight. We'll catch the left shin, pull it in towards the chest, sit up tall. Flex the right foot if the leg is extended. Left hand comes off to the left. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, cross it over. Good, feel the hips grounding. Remember your option to move through your side curl from here. Otherwise, hips stay down, chest stays tall, breath stays steady. Last breath here. And then we'll slowly start to counter twist. So gaze forward, right arm reaches up. And then both hands are coming over to the right. This time chest stays lifted. Left hand comes inside the left foot. So press through the fingertips, lift through the chest. And then exhale to twist. Maybe gaze past the right shoulder. Slowly starting to turn the chest forward. Left hand is holding the left ankle. You're going to bring the left foot somewhere inside this right thigh. You may need to scoot up towards the center of the mat. Good, so right leg stays long, left foot is on the right inner thigh. From here, we're going to turn slightly towards the left. Inhale, both arms up. And then exhale the right hand inside the right leg. Again, maybe this is where you stay, just sending the left arm slightly up and overhead. Maybe the fingertips walk farther forward. Just find the stretch in the left side body. Try to keep the hips grounded. And keep pressing forward through the right heel. With the inhale, we'll squeeze the core to rise this up. This time, the right toes are pointing down. Left palm comes outside the left hip. You're going to press through the left shin to lift the hips, sweeping the right arm up and overhead. This should feel good on the right side body. Slowly drop the hips down. Catch the left knee with the left hand back into your extended legs. Good, this time you can take a restorative fold if you choose. Maybe remove the flesh from underneath the hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. So option to keep the legs extended, feet flexed if you want that restorative option. Feet are wiggling out so that they're hip distance. And then maybe pull the heels in a little bit towards the body so you can bend the knees. You're going to thread the forearms underneath the backs of the knees and then just pull the chin in towards the chest. Find the breath, take one more. And then slowly start to release where you are. Legs will stay extended. Maybe walk the heels closer to the top of the mat. Squeeze the quads, ground the hips, send the fingertips forward, and then slowly start to roll down onto the back. Strong core. Good, starting with the low back, and then we'll take it down one vertebra at a time. When the shoulders find the mat, hug the knees in towards the chest, catch the shins, and just take a gentle rock from side to side. Massaging the upper glutes, the lower back. Slowing everything down, we'll find stillness. Moving into our happy baby. So keep the knees bent, but take them towards the armpits. Hands can catch the inner or outer arches of the feet. You can catch the ankles, maybe even the shins. Try to keep the tailbone grounded. And then same as we just were with the knees in towards the chest, you can stay still or come back to that sway. Gently moving from right to left, massaging all the muscles down the spine. Knees can stay bent, legs can extend. Feel free to take a straddle from here. Just slowly unwinding, finding stillness, rebending the knees. Using the hands, we'll guide the soles of the feet together. And then we'll shift the hands to the knees, guide the knees together, setting up to twist. Press the knees forward so they stack over the hips. Arms can come by the sides. Arms can come out to a T, or maybe this time you bring the arms overhead back into that box shape, catching opposite arms. Take a deep breath in, press down through the lower back, and then slowly exhale, let both knees fall to the right. So just take it slow here. The knees can stack, they can stagger. If you need a little more weight, you can bring that right palm to the outside of the left knee. Just use it to draw the left knee closer towards the right. Releasing the right palm, lifting the gaze, and then slowly bringing the knees back to center. Adjust the hips if they feel like they're off to one side. And then when you're ready, come back to stillness. With your exhale, knees will fall to the left. Again, take it slow. If you want the option, left palm comes to the outside of the right knee. Keep your slow inhales and exhales. Once you finish up your exhale, let it go. Release the right knee. Slowly carry both knees back to the chest. Adjust the hips. And then we'll give ourselves one final squeeze. So find stillness. Knees and inner thighs are together. You can interlace the fingers just below the knees. And then lift the back of the head. Bring the forehead towards the knees. Squeeze the knees in as close as you can. Hug the navel in. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Pull everything in, holding when you find the top of the inhale. And on the exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, and just let everything go. Release the legs. Maybe they extend out long. Maybe the knees stay bent and the knees come wide. Arms can rest down by the sides. Close the eyes. And start to let everything go. All of the control that we held on throughout our practice. Let the breath flow freely. Taking a few moments here. Getting the benefits from your practice. Staying exactly where you are for as long as you need to. Thank you for letting you guide me through your practice. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Namaste.